13 seasons on a show is no small deal for anyone, so fans were obviously devastated when their favorite NCIS actor, Michael Weatherly, announced in 2016 that he was leaving the show. Now, we've come to know that he has left Hollywood too. In this video, we'll discover the real reason behind the Bull star's departure from Hollywood and all there is to know about his award-winning wife. First off, why is Michael relocating? Weatherly, who played the role of the former college athlete who eventually developed into an NCIS special agent, has left Hollywood and decided to live in New York. The real reason, well, is because of his filming commitments for Bull, which happens to film in the large and bustling city. The 54-year-old will be relocating with his family, which includes his wife, Bojana Jankovic, and his two children, Olivia 10 and Liam 9. He also has an older son, August 26, with his ex-wife, Amelia Heinley. Previously, the American actor's family lived in Hollywood, and Weatherly had to travel 2,000 miles just to see his family back home. He also relied on FaceTime to catch up with his loved ones, but obviously it wasn't the same. The former NCIS star had been traveling between Los Angeles, where his family was based, and New York, where he currently stars as Dr. Jason Bull in the new CBS fall series. Bull is based on Dr. Phil McGraw's early days as a trial consultant. This was going on for a year since 2016, but eventually the father of three decided he wanted his family to be closer to him. Fortunately, his wife was on board. In a 2017 interview, he announced the news, quote, "With the good luck of a second season of Bull, everyone's moving to New York. We decided to move to New York as a family for a few years. We're really excited. My wife's a city girl, so she's pretty into it." Next up, let's look at Weatherly's opinions about his home in New York. In an interview with People magazine, he said that he loved his home in New York since it had plenty of space, which was ample for having some alone time with his children and people around. When asked about his future choices for Inside the Family Pad, the Jason Bull actor revealed that it was suited for his children mainly. The key to him was that people could sit in it, throw up on it, and cran it as well. About their stunning Hollywood home back home, they rented it out, knowing they would return to it someday. We don't know if the family is back in their LA abode now, or if they've divided their time between their two homes, but their Hollywood home definitely gets a lot of attention for its variety of grounds and spacious design. Coming up next, what are the former NCIS star's thoughts about being away from his children? Michael wasn't a fan of bicoastal living since it meant he'd be far from his children, which is something no father would want. Time away from his family had been tough and challenging. Being away from his children was definitely the hardest part. Thankfully, technology, especially FaceTime, made it easier. In an interview with ET's Leanne Aguilera at CBS Television Critics Associates a few years back in 2016, he revealed that his daughter went into his closet the other day, smelling his clothes because she missed him so much. That really hit him hard when his daughter, who was just 4 years old at the time, said that she loved the smell of his clothes. The American actor had no shame in admitting that his children deserve the credit for helping him transition from ensemble actor to a leading man. They taught him a lot about what it means to be a leader, be in charge, and have patience. His previous show was crucial and instructive, that's for sure, and even though it was scary, fatherhood to him was new and daunting as well. Lastly, why did the Tony DiNozzo actor leave the hit show? The long-running CBS crime drama NCIS wrapped up its 17th season back in April 2020. Even though the cast is still headed by Mark Norman as Special Agent Gibbs, the squad now is mostly made up of relatively new faces. The show has changed quite a bit since it started back in 2003. In fact, other than Gibbs, the only other original character remaining since the very beginning is Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard. We saw Michael's character Tony back on NCIS's backdoor pilot on JAG and saw him grow from a flirtatious clown to a caring partner to Ziva and eventually a loving father. He had the ability to be both serious and silly and was one of the most popular characters on the show. So fans were disappointed when he left the show at the end of season 13. His departure left us with a burning question: why did Weatherly decide to leave? Ultimately, Michael ended up leaving the show for the same reason many people leave their jobs. The 54-year-old told reporters at the 2016 Television Critics Association summer press tour that he was ready for a new challenge. Sometimes change is as good as rest, and it was time for him to move on. In another interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the American actor admitted to being burnt out by the hectic schedule that came with being one of the stars of a network drama that films 22 episodes a a season. Obviously, NCIS fans didn't take this news very well. In fact, you can still find posts on fan sites pining for Tony. Moving on, who is Michael Weatherly's award-winning wife? Here is all you need to know. First off, Bojana Jankovic is no ordinary doctor. Weatherly's definitely made a name for himself in the showbiz industry, but the talented actor is not the only star in his family. The Bulls star is married to Bojana Jankovic, an award-winning doctor for over 10 years, and the two have a 15-year age gap between them. They've been married since 2009 and have two beautiful children. Bojana boasts quite the resume and is a fellow of the American College of Physicians and double board certified in internal and integrative medicine. According to her website, the mother of two is trained in functional medicine, nutrition, and mindfulness, while her patients typically seek her out to improve their gut health, thyroid health, energy levels, and anxiety, among other conditions. Her approach towards patients is more directed towards evidence-based medicine that is personalized to each individual she works with. So we've established that she's quite the intellect, but here's what may come as a surprise to many. Before she met her husband and became a doctor, Bojana tried her hand at TV and film. Yes, you heard that right. She's worked as a writer and assistant director in her native Serbia on projects including the 2009 Serbian TV series TVWWW and the 2007 short film Do Not Leave Me with Strangers. Bojana has now given up her old profession, although she often appears in front of the camera as a health consultant and has had little cameos on Today, MSNBC, and Rachel Ray. Talk about having it both, the beauty and the brains. Up next, let's talk about the awards she's won. Michael may have enjoyed success with his TV roles, but sadly, he hasn't won an award for his portrayal of Special Agent Tony Donoso or Dr. Jason Bull. His wife, however, has been bestowed with several accolades for her expertise. She's fiercely dedicated to her work and takes the time to actively listen to her patients and understands their needs and health concerns before customizing a personal, evidence-based, diagnostic treatment plan. In creating an environment of partnership with her patients, she promotes an atmosphere of honest communication and understanding of each individual's unique goals and needs. Known for the comfort she provides her patients, Bojana has received various awards for her work, including several patient satisfaction awards at Cedars-Sinai, Southern California Super Doctors Rising Star in 2016 and 17, and Top Doctor and Super Doctors recognitions in New York between 2018 and 2022. Lastly, how did Michael meet his impressive wife? The former NCIS star told People in 2010 that he met his wife in a bar in Vancouver back in 2007. He said that he kept looking out of the corner of his eye and saw this ravishing, beautiful person. They made eye contact, and that was it. So yes, the two met each other quite the traditional way, in a bar, and fell in love at first sight, but that doesn't make it any less romantic. In fact, Weatherly was so dazzled by Bojana after their first meeting that he flew all the way to Paris to take her out on their very first date together. He did this just so he could take her out once before she could go on a vacation with her friends. This huge romantic gesture by the 54-year-old worked out quite well, as the couple, after a 2-year long-distance relationship, got hitched in 2009 and have been rock solid since. The actor told People that his kids and his marriage are the things he's most proud of. What a sweet thing to say. The two are quite the power couple, don't you think? That's a wrap for now. What are your favorite moments of Agent Tony Donoso from NCIS? Let us know in the comments down below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for all the latest news related to the showbiz industry. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.